Famous for his best-selling series, Captain Underpants, author Dav Pilkey introduces us to a new book with a most unusual protagonist. He's part man, part dog, but all hero. Dave joins us today to talk about Dog Man. Good morning, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Natalie. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well and very excited to talk with you because your children's books really do capture so many children. What do you attribute that to?
Thank you. Well, you know, there's a part of me that never really grew up. When I was a child, when I was in second grade, I had a lot of behavioral problems, and my teacher was always sending me out into the hallway. And so I really started my career back in second grade drawing picture books and comics out in the hallway.
Well, you know, we love the idea of the picture books, but I got to ask, is that what kind of inspired you to do a character that was part dog, part man? Was that in some of your drawings?
Yeah, actually, Dog Man was born about 45 years ago when I was in the second grade. He kind of came about because of my love for animals. I love dogs, I love cats, and I always loved making up silly stories, and so Dog Man was kind of a way to tie all those things together.
And you know, you brought up your childhood a little bit, and you know, it just seems like these kids that can be reluctant to read are being captured by the books. What do you think it is about your books that gets these reluctant readers to turn the page?
Well, I think it might have something to do with the illustrations. That was a big thing for me when I was a kid. Because of my dyslexia, I was always looking for books that had a lot of pictures. The heavily illustrated books were such an important thing because the illustrations gave me contextual clues to the meanings of the words. And it was also good to take the stories and kind of break them up into little chunks so that I could digest them more easily.
So would you say in a way that almost your dyslexia and some of the challenge that you had growing up kind of inspired you to become the author that you are today?
I think so. I think my dyslexia and the ADHD that I had, I think they were sort of blessings in disguise because they make me more aware of my readers and the fact that there are so many different children out there with so many different levels of reading, and I want to try to reach as many as possible.
Well, let's talk about, you're going to also reach some people on the big screen because one of your books is being made right now into a film with some great actors behind it in their voices, Kevin Hart being one of them. Talk about the cast and where does this movie stand right now?
Well, the Captain Underpants movie is scheduled for release for, I think it's June 2nd of next year. It's going to come out from DreamWorks Animation. And yes, Kevin Hart plays one of the main roles. Also, Ed Helms and Thomas Middleditch from Silicon Valley. So they're the three main stars of the movie, and I couldn't be more excited about it.
I was going to say, as an author, to have these big actors reading and putting personality into these characters that you felt and were able to create a story for, that's got to be thrilling.
Yeah, especially because it's something that began when I was a kid. When I was a child writing my Captain Underpants stories in the hallway, I had no idea that one day it would become a movie. There's a part of me that thinks that I might actually be dreaming right now. Maybe this isn't even real.
Well, you are not dreaming. It is very real. And thank you so much for sharing some time with us today. We do appreciate it, and best of luck.
Thank you. Best of luck to you too, Natalie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.